How you doing, guys? It is ScannerPlays here. Today's video is episode 1 of a Let's Play of 1849, a strategy city builder from Soma Sim set in the Gold Rush in 1849. Now, I had episode 1 already recorded and rendered and uploaded, a 45-minute episode of the story mode, but there's issues with the soundtrack, so be advised, if you like the game and if you end up let's playing it yourself or something, turn the soundtrack off and don't waste your time like I did. My stance on copyright claims is that I don't entertain them in the slightest. If they hit the channel, I just delete the content. I don't dispute it, I don't acknowledge it, I don't do shit, I just walk away. This, however, is a good game, and I do enjoy it, and I do want to let's play it. So I'm giving these guys the benefit of the doubt that they're going to make a YouTuber's lives a little bit easier going forward, and the game deserves a bit of, a bit of promotion in my view, outside of this being an issue for me personally. So story mode. I've already played a little bit. I'm going to go back though, and I'm going to replay all the story mode for the let's play, and then I'm going to do some sandbox stuff as well further into the let's play. So let's kick it off with Nevado. Nevado is the first level, first scenario. Now, hide and seek. This morning you crested the coastal range and set eyes on the Pacific Ocean. Looking around, you see forests teeming with huge redwoods gushing with wildlife. Where others saw obstacles, you see a land of opportunity. So our goals are to build 3 houses in our settlement, open a trade route to import lumber and watch our shacks grow into log cabins, and stockpile 20 hides and then sell them to merchants in San Francisco. So, to build our houses, basically we just set down this new house lot. It doesn't cost us anything. What we are basically doing is designating space within our town to be utilized by people who want to settle here, and then these people pay us rent. It's how we get our income going. So you can see there, as I've popped down those little spots, people are coming in, and we've hit our first one. Build 3 houses in our settlement. Now, to open a trade routes, we come down here to this silver coin, and we hit it. We open our trade route. It always costs money to open trade routes, so it's going to be 500 cash to open this, and then we got to bring in some lumber. So once we do that, little horse boy here, he shows up. Very swift delivery back in 1849. I have no idea what happened to the delivery industry since then, but it's definitely taking a little longer these days, it seems. And these are just going to grow. The guys, if you click on the house, you'll see what they need to grow. They need 5 lumber and they need food to grow. We've got plenty of meat in our place, in our depot, and we're going to let those see, there we go, they've turned into little log cabins. Isn't that cute? We need booze to grow them further, and booze just isn't an option for us in this current scenario. It's just not something that we can do. And then we're going to build a hunting camp. What the hunting camp does, strangely enough, is hunt. We're gonna upgrade it because there's not much to do in this scenario. This is your basic tutorial scenario. It employs people to go out and hunt, and it produces both food and hides, which is nice. Just gonna do maybe some very early tips here. What you build and in what order should be dictated by your buy and sell here, basically. What you can buy in, that's cool. What you can sell, that's your focus. If you can't sell something in the early game, that's a waste of your money, because whatever money you invest into its production, you're not going to be able to get back. You might be able to utilize resources later in the game to build upgrades and stuff like that. But it's not something you want to sink a lot of money into at the start of the game. You want to set up whatever you can sell, and that's going to keep you going along with rent. Because you need to permanently balance the amount of people in your town with the amount of available jobs, basically. So let's see if we've got these 20 to sell yet. Not quite yet. We're going to open the trade route though and just get that out of the way. There we go. This will be it. Your man's bringing up a little cart of supplies. And there we go. Scenario complete. Okay, we're going to go on to our next town, which, unless I'm crazy, was Stockton. Yeah, your little settlement in the woods turned out to be a great idea. With some cash in your pocket, you head for the Central Valley. The land here is prolifically fertile, and the rivers make for easy transit. And you've noticed the newcomers into California are quite a thirsty lot. So, goals: feed the people, have one wheat farm and one bakery. In addition, start wine production, have one wine vineyard and one wine maker. Do all that and attract at least 50 residents to the town. Okay. The city advisor says, this is an inspiring location for a new settlement. I've no doubt you'll do great. By the way, don't hesitate to call on your advisors for advice. See the tabs at the upper left hand corner of the screen? Just click on them. Okay, bro. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to set up our wheat farm. Try and keep people nice and busy, nice and early. We can buy in lumber, which is great. We can sell bread and we can sell wine. What we're going to do is we're going to open our trade route for lumber and bread, and that'll allow us to buy in things that we need and sell off things that we don't. What I also want to do is I want to get a ranch up and running, because it's a great source of employment, basically. We'll get the bakery in there as well. Get our food going, and that will help us big time in maintaining a happy populace. We'll bring in some lumber. The advisor has something to say. Once you build a farm, it will take some time for the produce to grow and the harvest to come from it. Once it comes in, the farm will deliver their produce to your depot where your bakers and winemakers can pick it up. Click on any building to see how long its production is coming along. Okie dokie, dude. We're going to set up a vineyard as well. Keep some more people busy. See, this is pretty easy, but you just want to keep your stuff balanced. You don't want to suddenly find yourself without something that you need. While your houses pay you rent, you have to pay to keep your farms and businesses running. Make sure that you're making more in rent than you're spending on wages. Keep in mind that improved houses pay you more rent. So yeah, these guys come in, they set up their little business efforts. I'm going to sell some of that bread. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to set up a ranch. Now I'm mildly expanding this beyond what I really need to do. but you know, it's just acting as a tutorial. So no harm, no foul on that front. We'll bring in a bit of lumber. So that these houses can upgrade as well. Pretty soon we're gonna have enough cash for us to make our distillery, our winemaker. They do draw that disparity between the two in the game. Sell a little bit of our bread. Got plenty of food going. I'll just bump time forward a little bit and just catch all the money that we need to build our distillery. Get a bit more rent going because we're gonna have more jobs when this distillery goes up, or winemaker even. I gotta stop calling it what it isn't. And there we go. That's gonna give us our 50 people. Job done. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to call it there for the first episode. This is just a real brief introduction to the game, what it's about. The first two episodes, Stockton and Novato, and we're going to pick it up again in the next one. I don't want to have to take the time to render out another 45-minute episode, basically, because I've got another Let's Play starting today as well. So that's it for this video, guys. Hope you like the look of the game. If you do, it'll be linked in the description. You can go off and you can pick it up and you can have some fun with it. That's it, guys. Thanks very much for watching, and all the best.